Lindsay, say hi. Jared.
Hi. Hi, Hannah.
Mr. Dwyer talking smack already.
That's my job.
Please.
Obnoxious.
Our lovely buzzer person,
I
Emily.
know. I'm like, yeah.
Mrs. Bean, say hi. Who are your teammates?
Mrs. Everard, Mrs. Holman, Mrs. Franklin, Mr. Schmidt, Mr. Fromm, Miss Foster, Mrs. Raven.
Who's gonna win here? And is this the captain?
Go teachers! Go teachers!
Look at you, it hasn't even started and you're already out.
I'm ready.
Mr. Indes, what you gotta say?
I don't know, but it's going to be a tough fight.
Okay, student side, who's your captain?
Sharon, for this
Okay,
half.
captain, what you gotta say?
I think that we will lose, but I think that we will make them think that we're not going to lose, and then they can be intimidated.
Next person. Lindsay, what do you think?
I think we're going to win.
That's a good attitude. And Lacey.
Oh, we're going to win all the way. We got this in the bag. In the bag. Not a question.
Will, what you gotta say about this? You excited? You ready to take your teachers down?
I'm not too worried about it.
Jared, would like to retract that last
I'd like
statement.
to change my answer.
What number
We
am I?
will win,
You can't change your answer.
but if we lose,
There's not much competition,
then
guys.
it's because we did not
Moving
put that in our
on.
mind.
Yeah, no.
We got
It's just worried about nothing.
Mr. Schmidt, let's hear some predictions.
Emily.
Prediction.
Get hers off.
I predict that we're going to have a match.
How's it gonna go? What do you think?
Don't have any idea.
Okay, now are you the math person, I take it?
I don't know. I'm a person. I don't know about
Miss
math.
Ballman, what do you think about the match? Who's gonna win?
We are, of course.
No.
Actually, we might let them win.
Let's go, Miss
Maybe.
Ballman.
I heard Miss Franklin gave
We're
her the
down
questions.
here.
I heard Miss Franklin gave me the questions.
Please,
Yeah.
please.
That's what it is.
You heard wrong.
That's what I heard.
That's right. Don't forget.
Now our lovely scorekeepers, Heather, Melissa, let's hear some predictions. What you think? Give me some odds.
It's teachers got it. Teachers.
Mr. Cruisin, let's hear what you got to say about the match. Who's gonna win?
Anybody's game.
Who's gonna win, everybody? Is this our cheering section for the students?
Student section.
Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
Very enthusiastic Trent Worgle.
I think we're going to get sniped. Shut the camera off. 1K, just cut. We trade over for Kevin.
Okay.
First of all, 4 quarters, there are 6 questions in a quarter. Each toss-up question will allow 3 seconds. 10 seconds, I'm sorry. 10 seconds. And there are bonus questions for the team that toss-up, and that's 30 seconds. Anything else I can explain? And you need to be quiet so they can hear what I have to say, and please don't laugh at me when I mispronounce words, all right?
Where's lot. What do you mean?
At this time, I'll ask the team captains to please introduce the teams and our teachers. Thank you, Scott. Okay, the first topic question. In terms of years, what is the result of adding a century to a millennium and dividing by a decade? Teachers?
110.
110 is correct. Here's your bonus. What is the total number in each of the following? Number 1, 6 score and 2 decades. Number 2, sexagenarian and octogenarian. 3, D and M and Roman numerals. And 4, gross and a dozen. D and M in Roman numerals. Time's up.
For number 1, we have 140. For number 2, we have 140. For number 3, we have 1,500. And for number 4, we have 156.
Those are all correct. This is your second toss-up question. Which two-word term now used for any area of high winds and low rainfall originally designated a portion of the U.S. Midwest where much topsoil was lost during the 1930s because of poor farming techniques and drought? Teachers?
That's all.
That is correct. This is your bonus question. Identify the following terms used in ecology. Ecology. Number 1, biological community with very hot temperatures, heavy rainfall, and many different kinds of plant and animal life. Number 2, a one-word term for all living things in a specified area. Number 3, food substance such as protein, carbohydrate, fat, vitamin, mineral, fiber, or water needed for good health. And number 4, adjective derived from the Latin for to plow, used to describe land that is easily farmed or cultivated. Yes. Adjective derived from the Latin for to plow, used to describe land that is easily farmed or cultivated.
We have rain.
Okay?
For number 1, we have rainforest. For number 2, we have eco
3 questions are correct. Number 4. I'm sorry. Till is incorrect. Arable. This is the third toss-up question. Which famous American frontiersman was hired by John C. Fremont to lead 3 expeditions to explore the Oregon Trail, the Great Salt Lake, and California? The capital of Nevada is named after him.
Mike.
Is incorrect. That is correct. This is your bonus question.
See, I didn't ball. I just had.
Identify each of the following concerning American frontiersmen. Number 1 who opened the Wilderness Road. Number 2, one nicknamed the Pathfinder because of his exploration of the American West from 1842 to 1846. Number 3, one who served 2 terms in the Tennessee State Legislature and later died at the Alamo. And number 4, one who was a hero of the Texas Revolution, died at the Alamo, and was the alleged inventor of a famous hunting knife. Say again, please. All of them again, please.
Number 1 and 2, for number 3, we have Troggett. For number 4, we have Gallatin.
Okay, numbers 1, 3, and 4 are correct. Teachers, you have opportunity number 2. Fremont is correct. This is the 4th toss-up question. Name 3 of the 4 U.S. states bordering Mexico. Yes. Teacher.
California, Arizona, New Mexico.
That is correct. Here's your bonus question. Identify each of the following concerning borders. Number 1, the largest sea bordering Europe on the south. Number 2, California's deepest lake, one located on the California-Nevada border. Number 3, North American country bordering South America. And number 4, the only Great Lake that does not border the state of Michigan. Okay.
For number 1, we have Mediterranean Sea. For number 2, we have Lake Tahoe. For
If a bike ride takes 45 minutes at an average speed of 12 miles per hour, how long is the ride in miles? That is incorrect. Yes. That is correct. Here's your bonus question. Factor completely over the set of real numbers. Yes, I will. Number 1, 2x plus 6. Number 2, x squared minus 36. Number 3, x squared plus 5x plus 6. And number 4, 4x squared plus 100. Okay.
For number 1, we have 2 times the quantity x plus 3. For number 2, we have the quantity x plus 6 times the quantity x minus 6. For number 3, we have the quantity x plus 2 times the quantity x plus 3. For number 4, we have 4 times the quantity x squared plus 25.
Those are all correct. This is the final toss at the first quarter. Identify Hugh Lofting's character who talked to the animals in their own language. That is correct. Scholar, here's your bonus question. Identify the following literary characters. Number 1, a wooden boy whose nose grew longer with every line. Number 2, a teddy bear created by A.A. Milne, who loves to eat honey. Number 3, a bear created by Michael Bond. And number 4, a mythological 100-eyed giant guarding. No, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. So, it was a bear created by Michael Bond. Okay.
For number 1, Pinocchio. For number 2, Winnie the Pooh. For number 3, Hamilton. And for number 4, Confucius.
Say the last one, please. That's close enough. Yes, that was all correct. You have substitutions. What word beginning with the letter V is defined as a blood feud in which the relatives of a wronged person seek vengeance on the wrongdoer with the members of his family? Yes. Vendetta is correct. one, a word in computer terminology for a unit of binary digits, usually 8 bits representing 2 numerals or 1 character. Number 2, a word for a land area almost entirely surrounded by water and connected with the mainland isthmus. Number 3, a word for a stream that flows into a larger stream or body of water. And number 4, a word defined as the time before recorded history, before events were written down as learned from archaeology.
We have our answers.
Okay.
Okay, for number 1, we have bight. For number 2, we have peninsula. For number 3, we have tributary. And for number 4, we have prehistory.
Those are all correct. This is your last question. Which Indian Ocean island nation flew white flags in 2000 to honor the death of the former Prime Minister known as Miss B, who in 1960 became the world's first female to hold the office? It was a 2-word name and lies off the southeast coast of India. Sherlock is correct. This is your bonus question. Identify each of the following concerning events of the year 2000. Number 1, a Middle East country in whose port the USS Cole was hit by a terrorist bomb, killing 17 sailors during the refueling process. Its name begins with the letter Y. Number 2, the first female Attorney General who is one of the inductees into the National Women's Hall of Fame in Seneca Falls, New York. Number 3, initially used to distinguish the Republican presidential nominee from his father, the former president. And number 4, former president of Russia, whose book, Midnight Diaries, tells of events leading to his resignation the prior New Year's Eve. Could you say those again, please?
Number 1, Gonda. For number 2, Janet Reno. For number 3, W. And for number 4, Stalin.
You have numbers 2 and 3 correct.
For number 1, we have Yemen. And for number 2, we have Boris Yeltsin.
Those are
I'm
both
sorry, number
correct.
4, Yeltsin.
Those are both correct. Identify the U.S. state whose motto is liberty and union now and forever, one and inseparable. Its capital is named after a German chancellor. Yes, teachers.
North Dakota.
North Dakota is correct. Here's your bonus question. Identify the following, each of which begins with the letters U, N, and I. Number 1, used to describe one of a kind. Number 2, affecting the entire world or worldwide. Number 3, a label for any organism consisting of a single cell. And number 4, an acronym for the United Nations Children's Fund.
We have our answers. For number 1, we have unique. For number 2, we have universal. For number 3, we have unicellular. For number 4, we have UNICEF.
Those are all correct. This is the 10th box question. It is a math computation question. If one family of 5 children is randomly selected, what is the probability that all 5 children in the family are females? Yes, teachers.
1 out of 30.
That is correct. Here's your bonus question. Answer each of the following math questions. Number 1, what is the largest prime factor of 105? Number 2, how many cubic feet are there in a cubic yard? Number 3, how many 4-letter permutations can be made from the letters of the word work? And number 4, expressed in simplest terms, what is the square root of 2 times the square root of 8?
Okay. For number 1, we have 7. For number 2, we have 27 cubic feet. For number 3, we have 24. For number 4, we have 4.
Those are all correct. This is your 11th positive question. In which U.S. state did archaeologists in the 1990s find evidence of a camp dating back 11,700 years, making it possibly the oldest inhabited site in North America? This archaeological site, called the Mesa site, is about 225 miles south of Army, near the international date line.
Alaska. Alaska.
Alaska is correct. Here's your bonus question. Identify each of the following concerning archaeology. Number 1, country where 1992 archaeological finds, coupled with those of years earlier, makes Sepphoris, 4 miles from Nazareth, the richest site of mosaics. Number 2, a small sharp-edged short-handled tool that is the main implement used for excavating an archaeological site. Number 3, maritime hero, later a famous American trader whose gunboat, scuttled in 1776, was sought by archaeologists in Lake Champlain in 1990. And number 4, of Aristotle, Demosthenes, Homer, or Democritus, the philosopher whose Lyceum or school was possibly located by archaeologists in 1997. Time is up.
Okay. For number 1, we have Israel. For number 2, we have Proud. For number 3, we have Benedict Arnold. And for number 4, we have Aristotle.
Those are all correct.
Extra credit.
This is the final toss of the quarter.
Extra credit, what?
Which American author did Valerie Harper portray in the 1997 one-woman play entitled The Dragon and the Pearl? This author, the first woman to win a Nobel Prize for Literature, wrote more than 70 books, including the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, The Good Earth. Yes.
Pearl Buck.
Pearl Buck is correct. Here's your bonus question.
Mr. Dwyer.
Identify each of the following concerning literature in the 1990s. Number 1, a troublemaking monkey from children's books used to make children more aware of food labels through new public service announcements. Number 2, a fictional teenager who leaves River Heights with Bess and George to attend college in a continuation of the detective series begun in the 1930s. Number 3, Astrid Lindgren's fictional red-headed pigtail little girl whose 50th anniversary was celebrated. And number 4, a lady country veterinarian whose book All Creatures Great and Small spawned a 1995 TV series.
For number 1, we have Curious George. For number 2, we have Nancy Drew. For number 3, we have Pippi Longstocking. For number 4, we have James Harriot.
Those are all correct. Do you make substitutions? Identify the rhythm instrument whose tones are produced by the tension of the lips rather than by the use of vowels or keys. Sorry. Flute is incorrect.
Brass.
Brass. Could you be more specific?
Trombone.
Trombone is incorrect. The right answer was the bugle. particularly the statue Bronco Buster. Name the brownish alloy of copper and tin of which the statue is. Bronze is correct. Identify the following Renaissance painters whose names were used to name the 4 pizza-eating turtles featured in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Number 1. One of whose notebooks demonstrate his versatile genius. Number 2. One known for his Piazza and St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. Number 3, artist whose painting is probably the first freestanding bronze nude since antiquity. Number 4, painter of 10 large watercolors illustrating the Acts of the Apostles as designed for tapestries to be hung in the Sistine Chapel.
Oh, I thought you said.
Time is up.
Okay, for number 1, we have Leonardo da Vinci. For number 2, we have Michelangelo. No answer for 3. And Raphael for number 4.
1, 2, 4, all correct. Scarborough. Donatello is correct.
Looking good.
This is your next puzzle question. It is a math connotation question. What is the area of a rhombus whose diagonals are 9 and 4? Scholar 18 is correct. Here's your bonus. Answer each of the following math questions. What is the 100th odd whole number? Number 2. What is the least common multiple of the numbers 12 and 18? Number 3. If 48% of the class or 12 students were out sick one day, how many students are in the
I
class?
said she gave me a different camera.
And number 4, what fraction is equivalent to the repeating decimal 0.163?
Repeat number 3.
If 48% of the class, or 12 students, were out sick one day, how many students are in the class? Time is up.
For number 1, we had 301. For number 2, we had 32. For number 3, we had, I don't know. And for number 4, we had 1 over 7.
Those are all incorrect. Teachers.
For number 1, we have 199. For number 2, we have 36. For number 3, we have 25. And no answer for number 4.
Numbers 1, 2, and 3 are correct.
This is why I said she doesn't
Number 4 is 163 over 999. Next topic. What term designates the misty cloud of frozen gases surrounding the nucleus of a comet?
Nebula.
Nebula is incorrect. Doubling one letter in its name results in a name for a punctuation mark. Yes, that's correct.
The teacher.
Answer each of the following concerning space. Number one, in what constellation is Sirius or the dog sign located? Number two, which layer of gas in the upper atmosphere absorbs ultraviolet rays? Number three, the following are all types of what? Main sequence, giant, white dwarf, supergiant, nova, and supernova. And number four, when the moon passes directly between the sun and earth, which of the following is said to occur? A full moon, a solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse, or the northern lights?
Scarlet.
Yeah.
Okay.
For number one, we have Canis Major. For number two, we have ozone. For number three, we have stars. For number four, we have solar eclipse.
Those are all correct. Final toss question. In which European country, known for its neutrality, were the first modern international rules of war drawn up in 1864 and issued in what? So which one is correct? Here's your bonus. In what year did the following events take place? Number one, the U.S. Civil War ended. Number two, the Russian Revolution started. Number three, the Declaration of Independence was signed. And number four, a U.S. astronaut first landed and walked on the moon.
Just giving up. He's just sitting there.
Okay, we have our answers.
Okay.
Number one, we have 1865. For number two, we have 1917. For number three, we have 1776. For number four, we have 1969.
Those are all correct. Time for one more? Okay. Toss the question.
Let's go, let's get this.
What is another name for the water-soluble vitamin known as vitamin C? That is correct. Identify the following two-word answers, each of which begins with the letter A. Number one, the first black to win the Wimbledon tennis tournament. Number two, the golden age of Roman literature, which covered the period from 43 BC to AD 14. Number three, Michigan City that is home to the University of Michigan. And number 4, period beginning with the creation of the first self-sustaining nuclear chain reaction.
Pass.
Good try, guys.
They passed.
For number 1, we have Arthur Ashe. No answer for number 2. For number 3, we have Ann Arbor. And for number 4, we have Atomic Age.
Numbers 1, 3, and 4 are correct. You passed, you have no answer for number 2. 2 was the Augustine answer.